Hi, my name is Steve Stein, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about my new guitar course, Play Blues Now, so you can decide whether or not it's right for you. So what I want to do is I want to break down some of the things that I talk about within this course. All right, first off, we're going to talk about just a general overview of what the blues is. Why are we learning the blues? How does the blues integrate itself into other styles of music, popular styles of music? The simplicity of the blues. What makes the blues the blues? What chords do we use? What chord progressions do we use? What rhythm values do we use? Those sorts of things. The second thing we're going to talk about is setup. What kind of guitar are you using? What kind of pickups are there? What kind of strings are there? What amp are you using? What settings do you use to get a good blues guitar sound? We're going to break down all of those kind of things, and I'm going to explain it all to you. Then we're going to start talking about fundamental scale theory for blues. We're not going to get too deep into this, but we do want to know, for instance, what is a chromatic scale? What is a diatonic scale? What is a pentatonic scale? And how do those things interact on your fretboard? Where are those notes? So if we're trying to figure out what chords are or what key we're going to be playing in, we need to know some of the things on our fretboard. So we're going to break down some of those things as well. The next thing is to study chords. What are major chords and what are minor chords, and how do they interact within a major scale? Okay, what are the 10 main open chords that we need to know? What are bar chords, major, minor, and seventh? What are fifth string and sixth string power chords, substitute chords, extended chords? We're going to talk about all of those kind of things. Then we're going to move on to rhythm. We're going to talk all about strumming, different ways to attack the strings, from down strumming to down up strumming, to clipping the strings. There's all kinds of neat things that we can learn about with rhythm, and we're going to talk about all of that in a blues perspective. We're also going to talk about string control, understanding how to deaden out all the strings all the time, except for that particular string or set of strings that you are looking to play. That's one of the big mistakes that a lot of students make when they're trying to play scales and things, is they have a lot of ringing. The strings are making noise. And I'm going to show you exactly how, with both of your hands, you're going to learn how to control all of that. Then we're going to move on to the actual 12-bar blues. We're going to learn how to play straight rhythms and swing rhythms. And we're going to do those in a couple of different keys, and we're going to actually jam along. You and I are going to jam along with those tracks. We're going to talk about how we can change up the way we're strumming to create different dynamics and different effects. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to start talking about the 12-bar blues utilizing open chords in various keys. So we're going to be using major chords, minor chords, seventh chords. We're going to see how all of those interact together to create the 12-bar blues, again, over straight and swing rhythms. Then we're going to move on and we're going to start doing 12-bar blues with power chords, and we're going to start learning how the pinky can be used to create sixth and flatted seventh notes, as well as some cool little turnarounds that we can do with that pinky, learning about sliding, walk-ups, and all kinds of different things like that. Next, we're going to start looking at the 12-bar blues in bar chord form. So we're going to start learning how to play seventh chords, ninth chords, substitute chords, and again, some really cool walk-around things that we can do, going from a 1 to a 4 or a 4 to a 1 and that sort of thing. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to start looking at some blues riffs. We're going to look at genres and song styles, some things you'll find very familiar, but we're going to start learning how to play a bunch of those to add to your arsenal of chops. Next, we're going to break down the scales used in blues and blues rock and roll. We're going to be using minor pentatonic, major pentatonic, blues scale, hybrid scales, all kinds of different things. And we're going to talk about how to apply those over your entire fretboard. Next, we're going to talk about essential soloing techniques like hammer-ons, pull-offs, slides, trills, bends, vibrato, and all those sorts of things. We're going to break them all down and build them back up. Then we're going to break down some essential licks. We're going to start learning guitar licks and patterns and sequences on the guitar that pertain to the blues. Okay, I'm going to start showing you how to do real basic things and then how to elaborate on those to make them more advanced on your own. And then we're going to take everything that we've learned and we're going to put them together over various jam tracks of different styles, different rhythms, things like that. So we're going to be talking about everything from basic essentials, landing on the right notes at the right time, learning how to phrase, learning about the rhythm pyramid and putting that into implementation, learning how to think about that rhythm, using guitar licks effectively, learning how to stop in the right places, learning to move between major and minor pentatonic scales, learning how to move horizontally and vertically in various different places. We're really going to break down everything that goes on in my mind when I'm trying to solo. And finally, I'm going to give you a bunch of practice tips, ways to approach a daily practice so you don't get frustrated. You're always learning different things. There's a lot of different ways we can approach actually practicing, and that's one of the big things people have problems with is they want to do stuff, but they're not exactly sure how to go about it. So I'm going to break that down into really 3 different categories: focus practicing, a daily practice routine, and learning how to truly visualize to absolution. We're going to talk about those things. So take care, and I look forward to helping you learn how to play the blues.